get started.
Can you say it like...
Let's get started!
Thanks.
Welcome back to our new skills video. This week we're going to be working on feet exercises to help you improve your pointe. You won't need much room for this one. Make sure you grab a TheraBand if you have one. If you don't worry about it. Hope you enjoy this video.
We're going to start off by making sure our feet and our ankles are nice and warm so we don't injure any muscles or tendons in our feet. So we want to do some jumps. We're starting in parallel and doing about 8 jumps in parallel, then 8 jumps in first position, and we'll go on to 8 jumps in parallel second, and 8 jumps in second position. Next up, we're going to be doing some rises. So here you can see Miss Breeze really pushing up nice and high, as high up into her ankles as she can, and staying on the balls of her feet. So we're going to do about 8 rises as well in parallel first, and then we're going to do 8 rises again in first position. Than keeping tabs on all your failures. Won't you do yourself a favor? Won't you do yourself a favor? We need to talk about how we keep our ankles nice and straight. So we don't want to do any stickling, which is what I'm showing you now. We want to keep our ankles nice and straight throughout all these exercises and stretches, or some of them will even require winging, which is when we keep our ankles squeezed together, but we're pulling our toes apart. So just be careful as you go on. The secret to having beautiful feet in dance is having strong feet as well as flexible feet. So we're going to do some points here. Miss Breeze demonstrating how we want to point our toes. So we want to make sure we're really coming down through our ankles first, keeping our toes up to the roof, and then stretching our toes and elongating them rather than crunching them and curling them under. So doing a few points, make sure you're keeping those ankles nice and straight. Give your ankles a little roll out after you've done this, and then we're going to go on to some faster pointing and flexing of our feet. So the more you practice pointing and flexing your feet, the stronger your foot muscles are going to be, your ankle muscles are going to be, calf muscles, leg muscles. So as you're doing it, you can see here that Miss Breeze heels are coming up right off the ground because she's squeezing all those leg muscles. So making sure you're using all your muscles as you point and flex your feet, and go along with some music. Then you can add a TheraBand. So if you have a TheraBand at home, try wrapping that around the front part of your toe, making sure it's covering all your toes, and pointing and flexing, really working through those feet, just as we showed you in the first clip of Miss Bree pointing her toes. So making sure you're coming through your ankle first, keeping your ankle nice and straight, so just be careful you're not sickling, and working through the muscles in your ankle first, and then stretching out your toes. Make sure you repeat this on both sides, and here from this side view you can see how Miss Bree is really working through those ankles. The next strength exercise we're going to do is called towel scrunching. So you're going to need a small towel. You can even do it with a really big towel if you want to do it for a little bit longer. We also like to put a weight on the end. So if you've got stronger feet, you can add something on the end like a hand weight, or what we're using, which is a book. And you want to put your heel on the edge of the towel and scrunch those toes up like that, making sure you're not curling those toes under too much. We're trying to use that upper part of our toe to pull the towel, scrunching under our feet. And of course, repeat that on the other side. Next up, here I'm demonstrating a winging exercise. So taking your TheraBand You'll need to wrap that around the top of your foot and holding it in the other hand. So if you're using a right foot like I am here, you want to hold it in your left hand so it's almost pulling your ankle into a sickle position, and then using your ankle strength you're going to pull your toes away in the opposite direction. So you're going to be fighting against that resistance band. And then repeat that on the other side. Now we're moving on to some stretch exercises. So the easiest one is just to use the floor. So lifting up one foot, you're going to curl your toes under, making sure your ankle is nice and straight. And if you keep it closer to your ankle, it's going to be a lighter stretch. And the further you stretch it out in front, the deeper the stretch will go. So just really watch that you've got nice straight ankles here and you're not sickling your feet. And then you can repeat this a few times, swapping feet over, and hold for as long as you need to. This second one is called a plie foot stretch. So we're going to bring one foot across the top and bend our knees, which is going to stretch our ankles as well as our toes. So feet in first position, lifting one foot up and over the other foot and doing a nice plie. This last one is super simple and easy to do. Just lift one foot across the other and stretch your foot with your hands. Make sure you're not sickling your ankle here as you rest your foot on your leg. So as you can see here, Miss Bree's going to show you how she's keeping her ankle nice and straight, or even aim to get those toes down towards the ground so you're working on a wing.
If you enjoyed that video, we'll be seeing you soon. Stay safe. See you later.
And I'm not anybody's anything, and you're not anybody's anything.
If you don't worry about it. That's not right. Like and subscribe.